You do not want them too close. I stream development work of Malison Tuesday to Friday at 7 p.m. EST on Twitch. I also have new development update streams on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. EST. There is also a Discord you can join for the game. Check below. Malison: The Cursed City is a fantasy survival horror RPG published by Devolver Digital, currently in development, in which you investigate a sinister city filled with hundreds of grotesque monsters, demons, and weirdos. It focuses on exploration and atmosphere. Its main influences are both classic Western RPGs like Baldur's Gate, Japanese RPGs like Final Fantasy, as well as survival horror games such as the Resident Evil and Silent Hill series. As you sneak through the city, you encounter all sorts of strange characters, many of which you can speak to, trade with, recruit to your cause, steal from, or even attack if you so choose. You can approach this game in a million ways. It's up to you how you plan to survive. Your actions may lead to wealth, disaster, betrayal, or may even lead to uncovering some of the city's darkest secrets and the game's many hidden endings. The main character is no powerful hero. You awaken in the city transformed into a weak, frail goblin, and may need to rely on desperate measures for your survival. You will likely need help from other survivors you meet, and it is up to you to decide who you trust and recruit to your cause. Combat is in a classic turn-based style with a focus on managing scarce resources and building unique strategies by recruiting all sorts of different party members, equipping them, and teaching them new skills. Monsters move closer to you during combat, increasing the threat and tension as they begin using their more devastating attacks. You do not want them too close. I stream development work of Malison Tuesday to Friday at 7 p.m. EST on Twitch. I also have new development update streams on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. EST. There is also a Discord you can join for the game. Check below. Alright, folks. Finally, time to start. Sorry about that. Okay, so today I want to focus on some hard mode stuff. I want to add some features to bosses. So this is going to be where the spoilers are tonight. So if you're interested in specifically hard mode stuff, yeah. So use this information to decide whether or not you want to watch. It's all going to be hard mode. I want to add more gimmicks and special features to bosses that are specifically to hard mode. There's some stuff I want to add that I don't want to show. that I want to keep under wraps. But I don't mind showing some of it. Because, I mean, like in my mind, like hard mode needs to be full of surprises, but, most people, when they play the game for the first time, they're not going to be playing hard mode, so, So, right now, there's new content. Pretty much like, a lot of stuff on like floor 3, floor 2 feels a little new. Like the battle against the Grinning Beast is way, way harder on hard mode, and also the Grinning Beast chase is harder. Oh, here's a thing I want to do actually. Here's a fun thing I want to do for the Grinning Beast chase. On hard mode to make things a little unexpected. So yeah, this is gonna be some spoilers, folks. Yeah. I want to have some fun surprises here. And let's put some music on too. And that's going to be specifically for hard mode, I think. That's right. Grinning Beast Chase entirely turning into. That's right. Gonna resume the Silent Hill soundtrack to stay in a spooky mood. So the Grinning Beast is already a little different in every difficulty level. The chase is just a little bit tighter on normal than it is on easy. And a little bit tighter still on hard. And the fun thing about the chase is that, like, the whole thing is supposed to be a little bit like you're being chased and it's a little surreal and weird, but like the Grinning Beast's appearance itself is like the first time the game is really goes hard on, on a monster design. And I wanted the sight of the Grinning Beast approaching to be specifically the first like glimpse of a really, really gnarly monster, right? So I wouldn't want to have something appearing on the path ahead too much. At least not on normal mode when it's your first time playing. But now this is your second time playing, so I can kind of, like I don't need. I feel like I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need to. I don't need to stick to. Closely to the tone I'm working with. I can get a little bit more goofy with it. No, it's going to be available by default. It's just going to warn you that it's meant for people who've beaten the game. Yeah, here, that's going to be a fun little surprise. It's going to be mostly visual, but there's going to be some elements of it that are not just visual as well. No special incentive to play in hard mode. There's no special incentive to play on hard mode. I mean, there's extra content. It's not going to make the game easier in any way. You're not going to get extra gear. The whole point is that it challenges you more. So, you know, the reward is that you see new things and the game remains challenging even though you're familiar with it. That's the that's the reward. Yeah, there isn't going to be... Like, I mean, sometimes some games have, like, certain incentives, especially when hard mode isn't really, like, a different mode of play, but instead it's like a little challenge you can turn on for specific battles or something. That's when having, like, special rewards makes sense, because now you're thinking of it more like, you know? Like, that's when it's like a small challenge that you do for a reward, right? Within the context of a larger game. But here, this is just like an alternate mode of play. But, I mean, if you're looking for extra content, you know, Update 2.0 is going to have plenty of that already. It's just not really going to be... That's just not the point of hard mode. The point of hard mode is just to keep the game interesting if you're already familiar with it. All the extra content stuff is going to be in, you know... Is going to be in the other difficulty levels too. That doesn't mean there won't be some little things, some little surprises. I mean, like this, you know? Like these extra eyeballs appearing as you run from the Grinning Beast. Like that's, you know, that's not just something that doesn't make it harder. It's more like a little fun surprise. It's like a little, you know? It's a little tweak, a little fun thing. A little fun surprise, a little bonus for you, for returning players. You know? Like I said, I can be a bit more playful with the tone on a second playthrough. I don't need to hold the, you know, the suspense quite as long, because you already know what's coming. So I feel I can do a few things like this. If I wanted to put some extra content for that is hard mode only, that's probably like the angle I would go with it. Like stuff that's only in hard mode, not because it's difficult, but because it would wreck the game's tone to put it in normal, to put it in like you wouldn't want that to be in someone's first playthrough, because it just, you know, it messes with the tone a little too much too early. You know, that could be a thing. It is quite a bit harder. The Grinning Beast is quite a bit harder. I mean, on normal mode, it already is a little bit harder now than it used to be. But yes, that's the whole point. The whole point of hard mode is to make exactly that kind of fix. It's to compensate for all the things that make the game trivial once you know everything about it. That's the thing. This is a game where the more you know about it, the easier it is. And it makes a big difference. And so hard mode is meant to help with that. The spooky noise. That's the one that got me to stop playing the first time I played Silent Hill 2. The old shepherd tone. Actually, I'm not sure this is a shepherd tone. It feels... I guess it's not actually a shepherd tone. It's just kind of shepherd tone-esque. It's not really like a shepherd tone is when something feels like it's descending constantly or ascending constantly. This is more just a wail. Yeah, it's just kind of a continuous wail, not really a shepherd tone. It's just today's stream. In the past few streams, nothing that I worked on is hard mode exclusive, but there might be some differences that happen in hard mode. I want to work on hard mode a lot this weekend because I kind of want to do a bit of a hard mode beta test soon. And I'll be actually looking for people to help with playtesting hard mode, but because now there's just way too many secrets in the game, I can't make it an open beta this time. There's just too many things that would just spill out. It would just spill out into the community and spoil everybody. So I just cannot have this be a public beta. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking for people interested in yeah, that would absolutely happen. Yeah, obviously I don't want that. So yeah, I'll be looking for volunteers. For volunteers. You have to understand, though. You have to understand, you know, it's, it's it is essentially getting to play 2.0 early, but it also means getting to play a much more shitty and unbalanced and buggy version of 2.0. And also one that you swear to not even talk about. So, you know. Just keep that in mind. This is a worse experience of 2.0 for multiple reasons at once. And yeah, it would be specifically for people who have already beaten. Yeah. It really helps if you've already beaten the game and you're like pretty good at it. Like if you feel like whenever you play the game now, you still feel challenged by normal mode, then hard mode's probably going to be too hard for you. It's more like the kind of thing you'd want to play if you feel like you need to give yourself special challenges to, you know, to keep things interesting if you play it. You know? Yeah, if you tend to like give yourself special challenges, like play the game with only these characters or that kind of thing, right? Then you're at the point where okay, normal mode isn't really on itself. You know, you just know too much about it. You kind of know where all the good items are, and that kind of ruins the game's balance quite a bit. So it doesn't really challenge you anymore. That's exactly what hard mode is for. That's solving that exact problem is what it's there for. It is really not if I really hope not nobody. I mean that is, you know, it's absolutely going to happen. But I really hope it's not common that people play the game on hard mode for their first playthrough because they think, you know, oh, I'm a hardcore gamer. It's not it is not going to be fun if you play it for your first playthrough. Like a first playthrough on hard mode is not going to be fun. You know? It's going to be miserable. Like it is designed, you know, with the assumption that you already know the game, you know? I mean, yeah, anyone could. Is just going to be super, super tedious. Yeah, it's not going to be impossible to do. It's just going to be very tedious. Like, you're going to need to, like, hit your head against a bunch of bosses and do trial and error. And trial and error in a game where you can't save anytime you want is very tedious. Yeah, I don't know. I just hope it's not going to be too common. Because some people, when they see a warning like this, to them that just means heh. It just means heh. That just makes me want to do it even more. I want to be able to brag. And then, you know, they try it, and then they're miserable, and then they think the game sucks. Alas. Alas. Well, I mean, the thing... Hard mode isn't always the same thing in every game, Safety Gamer. You know? Like, would you play? Would you play Dark Souls 1 on New Game Plus with like a level 1 character? It really is more like a New Game Plus than a hard mode in a way. Well, it means that people who are, I mean, so there isn't really a built-in way for RPG Maker to have these kinds of saves. I could implement something, but like built in, there isn't a way to like save something that remains in memory between games. Like you need to implement a special thing for that. And also, I just want people to be able to play it like if they've already played it. I mean, like that completion would not be there on like someone playing it like, who've beaten it before the update too. I want to be able I want people to be able to just you know. But yeah, this is why I put in some text that specifically spells out what this hard mode is meant for. This is definitely the kind of thing where just being clear about the intention is going to go a long way. I mean, it could be literally that it only checks if you have saved games at all. You know? That might be a way to sort of, like, kind of. It could also check your achievements, maybe, but that's not a great way to do it. But yeah, maybe I could just check achievements to see if you've cleared anything at all. That might be a way to do it. I don't know. Oh yeah, the camera. Yeah, it does that. It's a bit annoying. I don't even know how to get it to fix. Eh. Yeah. But yeah, I prefer to just have it there and just give people a warning. And, if they pick it, then it's just their problem. Just gotta. Well, with Doom, ultra violence only is because like in Doom, ultra like the three middle difficulty levels don't like change the tuning of the game. They change the monsters. So you just get more things to shoot overall on higher difficulty. So in a sense, it feels that the way like the approach Doom has with difficulty is it makes it feel like you're only getting the full content when playing it on ultra violence. But yes, people do have a bad habit of. I mean, that's not. I wouldn't even really call it a bad habit, but yeah, of picking something that they don't like and then blaming the game on it. That's just the thing. But of course, I mean, you can't know in advance. You can't know in advance how the game's gonna be tuned. So I don't know. I can't really fully blame them for it. All right, so yes, first little surprise here. But yeah, today I am working on Let's go. Doom 64 soundtrack. Let's get spooky. It's spooky times. Spooky times are here, folks. Dagoober real. Dagoober real. Or Dagoober fake. Oh, there's duplicitous goobers all over the shop. I have 3 Doom maps on my... I do have 3 Doom wads on my itch. The first one is a little bit awkward. It's like one of those gigantic, way too long maps. Those gigantic maps that are way, way too long. Way too many enemies. It takes like an hour and a half to get through. You know, one of those over-ambitious first mega maps. I'm a bit more happy with the 2 others I made after. There's Turnion, which is a very short map inspired of one of the most infamous maps of Doom 64, actually. It's Turnion is inspired of Hectic, the super secret map of Doom 64. I was trying to make something like Hectic, but that feels less unfair, but still sort of tricky in the same way. And then I made Ritual, which is just a big ol'... It's like a tense run that leads to a big battle. A big climactic battle. Yeah, I'm happy with those 3 maps, but I'm more happy with the last 2. I started a bunch more Doom maps that never went anywhere. Maybe I'll return to them someday. Because the game was made by funny dorks. Dynamic. It's true. It's true, damn it. It is dynamic. Hard mode. Okay, let's see how this looks. As you can see, oh, that doesn't look good. Oh wait, why? The layering is weird. Oh, did I layering them?
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
Priority same as characters. They were appearing at the top though. That was weird. The layering of them is really weird. I don't know why it's like that. Yeah, it did seem like some of them were getting stuck in their animations a bit. Well, let's do a little stretch. Oh, I'm gonna go make me some tea. I'll go make me some tea and then I'll look into this a little closer. Alright, I'll be right back with some tea, folks. Oh, hey, Grogdev, thanks for the raid. Slightly awkward timing because I'm just about to go brew myself some tea. Alrighty. How you doing? Got my tea. Went for basic tea tonight. Went for some basic ass tea tonight. Okay, let's what is wrong with this? Okay, first, let's save and close and reopen it. No, like some red rose. Or like orange pekoe or something. Just really basic. Okay, maybe the first frame should be blank. And this should have like a proximity of 6. Okay, let's test with just these. Let's test with just these. And see how it looks. Okay. These are way too slow. Oh, I see. I forgot that. I forgot I need to like set these to. This adds extra pauses between all the commands. Oh, that's gonna be tedious. This is why it's slow. That should be better now. Yeah, okay. That works. That's definitely better. Now I need to like Granite big. Okay, I need to delete all of these because I set them all up wrong. Okay, let's try this. Okay. He's gonna block your way. Okay, I have something else I want to do for hard mode here. Stop me if you heard this before, but big monster. Where is it? I'm always looking for the goddamn sprites. It's way too much of a mess. Such a mess. Okay, it's in giant monsters. Okay, it's in giant monsters. Okay. Was there a... Yes, it is $ giant monsters. $ giant monsters. There it is. Okay. Well, guess what we're doing now? Guess what we're doing now? Frankie, what are you doing? Something irresponsible, but I have an idea. Now this, the perspective doesn't really work super well for it, but I can just modify it a little bit and it's gonna basically work. I think that's going to be a pretty fun surprise for returning players. I'm using a grinning beast to measure it. Grinning beast here for scale. Might need to move it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay.
think the animations for these are a little too slow, I think. They feel kind of sluggish. That's probably the bus crash. No. That's a regular crash. That's not what I want.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
Let's do a little stretch. Okay. It's not wheezing. It's... Where's the noise? Oh, it's here probably. It's wheezing scare. Yeah, I'll reuse the same, just to pitch it down. That works. Wheezing scare. Yeah, that works. El Spooko. El Spooko. That's the name of the Grinning Beast object. It's El Spooko. It's true. skip and wait. Right. It's skip and wait. Need to do that right. Wait on the second. Okay. Let's just see how the speed itself works on its own. So let's test this and just see if we can reach the bottom without any obstacles. Just see what the chase feels like. Also see if there's any problems with it. So yeah, now in hard mode. Unexpected... oh, I didn't actually put the warp. I didn't actually put in the warp. Yeah. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, stinky, as they say. Uh-oh, stinky. Uh-oh, stinky. Oh, I kind of want to do something a little more mean. I kind of want to do something a little more mean than that. Sometimes you'd want to do something a little more mean. It's not gonna open. You're gonna have to mash it to open it. Some people are just gonna try once and give up. It's gonna be a good little panic, I think. I feel like I want to modify this sound for a specific one for this moment. Because this... like, that sound sounds more like the door is locked than that you're just... like it's stuck, you know? I feel like I could make a variant of this that feels more like the door is stuck. Let's just do this real quick. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's gonna need it. Maybe it's gonna need it. But of course, if that hint is in the form of a message, that means that they also need to mash to get the message to go away. But I can mess with this so that the message goes away on its own, so you don't actually have to mash. So this is the sound for a locked door. I think I'll just keep this. And maybe I'll change the pitch of the second one, or I'll slow it down. Yeah, that works. It's like door stuck. And let's maybe have a different... we got special doors here. Where are they? Let's get the regular door. Bring this into the special doors. But yeah, so you see, hard mode is gonna have some surprises. You see why I kind of, you know, definitely want to keep as much of these under, under wraps as possible. I'm sure at least some of you are disappointed that you're not gonna get to have this surprise that you've been seeing me put together here. Yep, that's the whole point. It's just just messing with the players a little, messing with the gamers. Finally, someone's gonna mess with the gamers. We're gamers, don't mess with us. Hehe. Maybe I will mess with the gamers. Special doors. Ah, special doors. Okay, so when you hit that, it's going to set self switch A. Which is gonna have stepping. And a custom route, which is gonna wait for half a second. It's gonna wait for half a second before running this S off A, I think is how I set this up. And in the meantime, this is also going to keep tracking the number of times. And then this is going to do set movement route for this event. Stop the stepping animation, then down, left, right, up, with only 5 frames between each. And then you warp. Let's see if this works. It's stuck? And that's supposed to make it. This is a half a second pause. And this means it automatically skips the message. So it should just say it's stuck for like a fraction of a second and then goes away on its own. And maybe without a window, maybe with dim instead. And maybe at the top of the screen, since you'll be looking at the bottom. Although maybe it won't be in the way. Let's try it. Yeah, let's just see. Let's just see what it feels like. Oh. Oh, it disappeared? Why did it disappear? Oh, because direction fix. Ah, right. Okay, I need to do direction fix here. And this needs to be direction fix off. Right. So I will fix this. Let's try again. So I've made it that hard mode is. I've kind of slowed down. I've reduced how much faster Lei is in hard mode. She's still a bit faster. Okay, 5 is too much. You definitely don't have time for 5. And the extra message especially. With the extra message especially. Maybe I remove it. Maybe I remove the extra speed. Yeah, the extra speed from the Grinning Beast on hard mode is not actually really required anymore. Now that there's an extra whole thing added instead, I don't think it's really necessary. Now it's a hat on a hat. Let's make it just need 3. So you just need to try 3 times. Let's try again. Okay. Oh, and that's a problem. Okay. The problem with this is that the message popping up, like it takes a little while for the message to pop up. So it feels very slow to mash it. I'm gonna just try without the message. Maybe I could make it that the second time it makes a different noise. maybe that would help you. Oh, it's not. Why was it the wrong one? Yeah, different noise might help. Yeah, without the noise, it's not too bad. Without the message, I can make it like 4. And I'll make it that, yeah, on the second one, there's going to be a bit of a different sound. So when this is equal to, it's also going to make the sound of wood cracking on top of the... Oh, also the yeah, this needs to be faster. Okay, just need to fix this part now. So check player procs of undefined. Okay. Let's see. What's the problem? Event. Game map event 1. Yeah. Is there another? Oh, here. Okay, okay, I see. So I don't need this part anymore. This was for something different. Oh, I do need the wait 5 though. It's already out. Support Dingoes. It's already out. You're the only one who can't play it. I'm sorry. Your name was picked in a hat, and you're the one that doesn't get to get it. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, that works. Like, you can tell, like, you can tell that it's, like, you can tell the perspective isn't quite right, but it's not too bad. Like, the way I just spread the limbs out a little bit, mostly do the trick, I think. Like, you can tell it's not quite right, but it could be way worse. Like, it almost looks like a different sprite. Yeah, I didn't set the... Wait, that was weirdly slow this time. Ah, wasn't it weirdly slow this time? Hang on. Oh, I see. That's the problem. Okay. There we go. Maybe I need to add more move downs here. This is how I tweak the speed of it. Basically, how I tweak the speed of this chase is I just change how many like moves that she does at the top speed. So at the start of the chase, she uses the top speed of 6, right? And then eventually she shifts to a different route, like a different movement pattern that slows down from that top speed. And how many steps she makes before switching to that other movement pattern, that's what decides basically how difficult the chase is. Yeah, that's the idea. You're just gonna enter Jean's apartment, yeah. Which is going to be a bit confusing. Which would be a bit confusing if this was on normal mode. Because, like, on normal mode, you might not have actually visited that home yet. So it's like, oh, wait, why do you live here? You know? Who are you that to live in the weird, self-contained universe of this nightmare zone? But yeah, since it is in hard mode, that means that's not a problem. Okay, let's see now how this speed looks. Yeah. That can be something that I put in as part of the actual door. Like, I don't even need to add some special condition in the whole thing. Like, she can just say something. She is going to be able to just say something when you open the door. I could make this a bit longer, I think. Like, yeah, this could be a bit longer. Like, this actually goes by pretty fast with how you're moving at top speed here. Let's just extend it a little bit. And, of course, there's going to be more. There's going to be, like, holes here as well. Right now, there's just none. Right now, it's just a straight line. I'm just checking to see. So, interestingly, the chase from the Grinning Beast was literally the first thing that I did for this project. Like, the very first thing I did. Like, at the game jam, when I sat down and started actually putting together levels and stuff, like, this was the first thing I did, basically. Like, on the first day. I'm pretty sure it was on the first day. This is why also that the Grinning Beast was just named... that Lei was named Grinning Man. So it's just this is a very, very early thing. I didn't really have much of a concept at that point other than, wouldn't it be cool if the thing that chased you was actually a shop and also recruitable later, but that was basically all of it. There wasn't an actual character other than obviously being very goblin-esque, you know? Like, obviously they would be a bit of a freak, but that's about it. It's meant to be missed. Lay is meant to be missed the first time you play. That's the whole point. The whole point is for you. You've had the intended experience, Will Slay. The intended experience is you have no fucking idea. You have no fucking idea. And then you see someone else play and you wonder, wait, who the hell is this? And then you see in someone else's game, you see her turning into the grinning beast in the fight on your side. And you're like, what do you mean? What do you mean that thing can join you? What is the intended experience of the game. And I mean, a lot of people are going to, some people just decide to fight and just go, especially on easy mode now. It used to be a bit easier. Now on normal mode, you kind of have to be a little bit more prepared to win the fight. But if you're prepared, you can win basically every time on normal mode. Hard mode now, it's actually very hard, and you need to be way more prepared now. You need to actually set yourself up a bit on hard mode to defeat Lay. At least that's the intention. This is exactly the kind of thing that play tests should be helping. But yeah, so far I think that's Joe. Same for Joe. Joe was also another thing that's absolutely intended to be missed by most players on the first time through. Yeah. Like, the way I set it up is very deliberate. That you are very likely to find the teddy bear after you've encountered him. Yeah. That's the point. You're meant to... Well, the wounded neighbor? I don't know. I don't know about that one. That's also kind of what you're meant to think, World Octopus. Yeah. That's why I named the teddy bear Fuzzy, so that there's kind of you don't know immediately that he's talking about his teddy bear. It's only in retrospect when you examine the teddy bear and you notice the name is Fuzzy, that's when you, oh, doy. And now that recontextualizes what you heard earlier. And now next time you play, you have something new to try. Like that way of thinking is like half of the concept of Look Outside. Is missing something the first time through, then later something happens to make you realize, and now you're curious and you kind of want to play again. You want to start over a bit, or you want to try something else the next time you start a new game, right? That's yeah. Finding the way to save the rat baby is also meant to be kind of secret. All right, so it's a little known fact, yeah. Little known fact. Yeah, that sentiment is like a big part of what I was going for, Snappa TV. That exact sentiment. I missed so much. I can't wait to play another game. Now, some people don't like that feeling. You know, it's not for everybody. Some people really hate that. You know, some people feel they feel anxious about missing things. So it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Yeah, Malison is going to be even worse for that. Like people who really want to 100% a game in one go, they're going to have problems with Malison. Malison is even less built for that than Look Outside is. It is not going to be possible to do everything in Malison in one playthrough. Absolutely not. Like there's a bunch of things that are absolutely like mutually exclusive. There's a bunch of stuff that just lock you out of entire like huge swaths of content. Like you're meant to be curious about the things you've missed. Like that's to me that's one of my favorite feelings in a game. Is like thinking about to me like having feeling like you've narrowly missed a bunch of interesting or scary stuff. Like to me that's my favorite feelings in a game. It makes the world feel more mysterious. Feel like every time it makes it feel like if I played again and explored, I would find so much stuff that I had no idea about, you know? It's just so to me like that's just a big part of like, exploration and all that.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
Oh. Time to stretch, folks. Time to stretch. Hang on. A little stretch, a little stretch. It's probably going to be the last one for tonight because I still have some. It's going to be the last day of the first round of playtesting tomorrow. Got to get some stuff ready. Eesh. 168. Okay, let's make sure that this works. Oh, wait. No, there's still something here. Now this one at this point, I know for sure that you know how this works, so I can add a little bit more. A little bit more mashing. Darkness level here is going to be 240. Okay. Let's test it. There you go. And now if I go back out, is it going to be working? That seems to be fine. Yep. Oh. Maybe the event wasn't ended properly, because I'm still getting the sounds here. Still getting the sounds. Oh, it might be what causes it? Oh, it's floor to slow down. Ah. So I need to make sure I set floor to slow down here. Floor to slow down. That is 84. So here, I'm gonna set floor to slow down. Switch 84. That should take care of that. Okay, Let's tweak the speed again, because again, she feels a little too slow at first. I think it's just that it's just this one here. This one's just a little too... Yeah. There you go. So I'm changing the, the balance here of six speed movements and the slower ones. So this, she should keep up with you a little bit better now. I mean, there's already a lot of new content now in the Jibbies, but I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. You might have also missed a lot of things just with the basic playthrough. But yeah, 1.6 added quite a bit to the game. That was a big update. But it's up to you. You can just wait for the next one. But yeah, 2.0 is coming out at the end of the month. But also, 2.0 is going to have hard modes. So even if you've played recently, it's going to have a lot of new stuff. Hard mode is going to be made to challenge and surprise experienced players. Okay, I'm going to brighten the darkness level just a little bit. And let's try this. And then I'm going to add a bit more obstacles. Yes, there are spoilers on the stream, though, so you might want to dip out if you don't want anything ruined. Okay. She's keeping up way better now, and with some extra obstacles. Oh, okay. Hang on. That encounter... That encounter started a little early. Like, she wasn't really in range yet. So let's do this. That should change that. Yeah, that's an issue with the... Because, yeah, events are always centered to, like, the center bottom of the object. So that causes issues sometimes. Okay, let's see when the encounter happens. It's supposed to happen... Yes, that's better. See, now the fight started when she was way, way closer. Okay, good, good. Now let's have some obstacles. If Lay's in your party, she just starts chasing you at times. It's her love language. Okay. All right, let's test this with now more treacherous. Now that the path is a little more treacherous, this might be too tough. Like, you might just not have, you know, you might just not have the the speed to actually get to the bottom now. Because it's not just, you know, obstacles, it's also, you know, you need to travel a longer distance. So let's see. God, yeah, she's coming. I mean, I fucked up here. I moved, but she, you know, she's coming in hot. She's coming in hot. Oh, I'm gonna save just at the start so I don't need to do this every time here. So now this part is mostly the same as before. Save here. Yeah, no. Okay. Let's actually let's make the start here easier. Because at the start, I really like just how fast she's coming in. And I don't want to slow her down just so you have time to move here. I might slow down a little bit, but I feel like how fast she's coming in at the start is really good. I don't want to remove that. Like, she's right there. Like, even if you're just running straight down, like, she comes in at the top of the screen. And I think that's really good. That's... yeah. So I'm just going to simplify the start, and let's see if that's enough. That might be enough because she does slow down after this. I mean, sure, but I mean, at this point of, you know, I've had some biggest streamers play it. So yeah, right now, okay, you can mostly, okay, it's still, man. Okay, I might need to slow it down. I might need to slow it down a little. Also, I'm going to reduce the darkness a little further. Because it's actually difficult to see the obstacles coming because it's so dark. But yeah, let's cut down a little bit here. Let's remove like 2 move downs. Just 2 move downs. 1, 2. Yeah, if someone's streaming the game, I usually raid whoever's streaming the game at the end of my I usually raid whoever's streaming the game at the end of my stream. So I'll probably catch them then. Oh, I'm actually stuck there. Whoops. Yeah, I need to be careful. Those diagonals. Yeah, this is not actually... you can't actually get that move here. Yeah, I need to be a bit careful about this. Yeah, I need to open that up. Okay, let's see if opening this and maybe this too here. Okay, let's see if that helps. Yeah, no. It's my new camera. I haven't really had to deal with a focusing webcam before, so... Man, that is still really, really tough. Okay. Let's balance out the... Let's balance out... Yeah, let's reduce the number of move 6s here to just 2 and 2 here. Two here and 2 here. That should slow it down quite a bit. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this sort of thing just requires a lot of trial and error. That's just how it is. Okay, that's already a lot better. Man, she's still like constantly gaining though. She is still like steadily gaining throughout the whole thing. Let's add 1 move down to speed 4 here. And let's add another one to speed 4 here. That means she spends more time at the lower speed. And that should give me... That should give an opportunity to get some distance. And let's try again. I got stuck there. Okay, at the end there, that's a little too tough, but I kind of like how brutal that is at the end here. So I'm not going to remove the difficulty at the end. I'm just going to tweak the speed here further. So that at the end, like by the time you reach the bottom, you're going to have a little bit of distance. You're going to have just a little bit of distance from her. So they 1 here. And maybe 1 here on speed 5. Move down. And move down. Yeah. So now it's just 1 extra, like, slower move down. And 1 extra neutral move down, where she's at the same speed as you. Let's see if that's enough to make the difference here. Man, that is still pretty tight. Let's make some more tweaks. I did make 1 mistake there, but you should be able to make like 1 or 2 mistakes without getting caught. Let's keep 1 neutral move down here. And let's remove 1 speed 6 move down here. Okay, let's see. I'm wondering if I should have, you know, all the eyes and the hands and stuff? Maybe I should move them to be only in this and not in the initial thing. Oh, that was really bad there. Maybe I should move those to be only in the second round and not in the first. I feel like it might make the fact that suddenly things are changing at the end a bit more surprising if nothing obviously changes before that point. That might make the surprise of that door part a bit more effective. Oof. Yeah. So I might move those to be during this part instead of yeah, horizontal, yeah, you're you know, you're not moving. Yeah. Yeah, doing this, doing a few like turns like this. Cuz yeah, you don't see very far ahead. So it's easy to like overcorrect. I'm gonna just reduce the darkness a bit and not change anything else. Just to see a little bit more ahead. Like here, straying from vertical movement is basically a trap at the start, because that slows you down. Oh, right. I forgot that there's some mashing to do at the end. Okay. I'm going to just extend this so you have a bit more of a straight line before you reach the door. And that should give you the space. That should give you the space to be able to mash it down here. Like just a little straight line here. That should give you just a bit more breathing room. Yeah, just a little more breathing room where you just run straight down. And I think that should be enough that you can mash that door open. Maybe like a bit more of a transition into this. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Oh, that's a little too tight. I mean, my play is a little sloppy, but that is just a little too tight. Let's add a little bit more space. Like that, the fight was essentially starting. The fight was essentially starting. Also, the timing is unfortunate because I think this, like, the way that it plays out, that straightaway is at a point in Lei's sort of running pattern where she's like in the higher speed part, so you're not actually gaining that much. Here. With this, let's try that. Just a little bit more space. Just a little bit more space to gain more distance from her just before you can mash that door. Yeah, some sort of effect at the end might be good. Okay, now it's a little too easy, I feel. Now it's like a little too easy. Yeah, that like those little tweaks here where I removed some of the extra walls shifted it just a tiny bit too easy. Let's bring back one of the faster movements that I removed to let her take a little bit more speed. Here. An extra move down at speed 6. One extra move down at speed 6. That is her gaining on you. That is just her gaining on you when this happens. So now there's 3 steps where she gains on you. Let's see. And then I can remove one of the neutral steps as well. Oh, I moved back there. That's bad. I mean, she's always on my heels at least. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah. I like that. That works. Oh, but this place, the darkness is still... So there's still something that doesn't work here. This still acts like you haven't gone here. Yeah, it should, because, yeah, the darkness like this is only active until you reach this part. Yeah. I could maybe make it a little tighter still. Just a tiny bit. I'm going to remove one of the speed 5 ones here. I'm going to remove one of the speed 4 ones. Ooh, that would make a big change. Let's see. No, that's too much. That's too much. I do want it to be... Yeah, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Like, it still felt tight, even though... Yeah. Like, it still felt pretty tight here. And people are probably going to make a mistake or two. Okay, so let's see what's missing here. The mechanic that shifts the shadows based on... Until you've reached that point at the end here. Oh, I see. I see. So I can't actually do this. I can't actually do this. Well, I could use the force. Yeah, the door, the variable used when you force the lock. I could use this to bypass that. I think I'll do this. Yeah, I'll check if the variable for forcing the door open is above 1. Then it's going to flip the thing that removes the darkness. There you go. That should work. That should work. All right, cool. I'm happy with this. I'm pretty happy with this. I think that works. Yeah. That works. That works. Oh, and here, if you enter a fight, yeah, I am going to move the eyes and hands. I am going to move the eyes and hands. And here, if that battle begins, then this is set to 0. Yeah. Okay. That should work, I think. Okay, yes, I am going to take all of these different, like, eyeballs and everything here, and I'm going to move them. Yeah, I think it is better. I think the only thing I'm going to keep there is the hand. The hand here blocking your way is going to be the one thing I keep here, I think. Everything else I'm going to move to the other room. Just going to literally like copy paste them or really cut and paste. Yeah, I think it makes for a better surprise if there's nothing new before that moment.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
All right, well, we're gonna skip that stretch because we're at the end now. We're gonna skip that stretch. Yeah, there could be some mouths, but for now, I'm just gonna keep it to that. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you did the stone mask with the yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good little upping of the ante. Yeah, that looks good. Ah! I can still muss it up. You know, the eyes are actually kind of distracting. The eyes are kind of distracting. It works. It actually kind of makes it a little harder still. They're like drawing your attention away from the bottom of the screen, which is where you really need to be looking. Oh, it actually kind of... It actually kind of makes it harder. I like it. But yeah, making two horizontal steps is really, really messes you up. Oh, man, that's good. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's going to be a nice little surprise for those. For those. And like this. That's better. Let's just round out a few of these corners. And here I need to make sure these are not walkable. Okay. Nice, nice. All right. Cool. Yep. That's going to be it for tonight, folks. So, before I go, here is my Patreon. I'd appreciate if you had a look. And now let's see who is streaming the video game. Who is streaming the video game? I wonder. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, Sea Dog is playing the game. Okay. Let's see. Oh, a bunch of people are playing the game, actually. Hang on. I think we actually saw Sea Dog playing the game before, right? Yeah, no, I think. Didn't we actually? Oh, it's his first time. Okay. I thought we. Okay, I guess that wasn't him then. All right, yeah, sure. Let's rate him. Let's rate Sea Dog. Yeah, everybody, careful. Don't. No spoilers, as usual. No spoilers, folks. All right. Well, yeah, thank you all for watching. And take care.